Before delving into this episode, I would like to start by saying that today's video is sponsored by NordVPN. For those who may not be familiar with the term, a VPN is a virtual private network, which is a service that encrypts your browsing data whilst at the same time protects your identity online. A VPN hides your IP address and encrypts both ingoing and outgoing data and is the most secure and private way to connect to internet servers around the globe. NordVPN has over 5,500 servers across 60 countries and is highly recommended by leading tech experts at sites such as Wired, The Huffington Post, Forbes, BuzzFeed, and TechRadar. You can access other content, for example on Netflix, that isn't available in your region or country, and you can have up to 6 simultaneous connections. There is also the CyberSec suite, which acts as an ad blocker, and you can still share files using peer-to-peer or P2P as it's more commonly known. With unlimited bandwidth, NordVPN doesn't log any of your data and has double encryption, going the extra mile to protect users' identities online. You are protected at home and on the go, whether you're travelling or out in public. NordVPN is available on Windows, Mac OS, Linux, iOS, and Android devices, as well as being available as a Chrome extension. As someone who researches cases worldwide, it's not always easy to access content, whether it be news reports, documentaries, or articles around the world. For example, due to restrictions in Europe, it can be especially difficult to access certain websites in the USA. However, NordVPN makes it possible for me to access this information, which is crucial in compiling the facts for each episode released on the channel. For subscribers of Dark Curiosities, you can get an exclusive 70% discount for NordVPN. It costs only $3.49 or £2.68 per month, plus you get an additional month free at nordvpn.com/darkcuriosities, or you can use the coupon code DARKCuriosities at checkout. Thank you once again to NordVPN for sponsoring this video. It was 3:30 a.m. on May Day of 1983 when an emergency call was received by the local fire department. The motorist explaining that by the roadside between Erlangen and Nuremberg on the stretch of the A3 motorway in Germany, trees of the forest at the Breslau rest area were on fire. Firefighters tackled the blaze as police also arrived at the scene to investigate. The flames were extinguished successfully, however, authorities made an unexpected and grisly discovery. The charred bodies of a man and woman lay lifelessly on the forest floor, with the man on his back and the woman on her front. After thoroughly searching the scene and surrounding fields as rain fell, authorities found no evidence suggesting cause of death, a weapon, or even any documents indicating identification of the deceased. Some items recovered included used cigarettes, bottles, empty food packets, and a lighter. Autopsies were conducted on both corpses, and it was determined that they had been brutally beaten by a blunt object and subsequently set alight with petrol. The man, thought to have been between 30 and 40 years of age, was approximately 165 centimetres tall, slim, had brown hair, and more than likely sported a moustache or short beard. The woman, believed to have been between 25 and 35 years of age, was 158 centimetres tall, with a strong physique and greying black hair, had a broken shoulder blade, and had traces of soot in her lungs, suggesting that she was alive when she was set on fire. It was also found that she had had her appendix removed and she had given birth at least once in her life. The pair were estimated by the coroner to have been between the ages of 25 and 40 and were assumed to have been a couple, due to the fact that the man and woman wore 750-carat yellow gold rings on their ring fingers. The rings were engraved in Arezzo in southeast Tuscany and Bassano del Grappa in Italy, and stated the date 3/4/1981. The couple also wore an owl necklace around each of their necks, produced by a goldsmith also in Arezzo. The woman's shoes had evidence that traced her movements back through the surrounding meadow, suggesting a possible chase from their attacker or attackers. Their clothes were of several different Italian brands, such as the woman's blouse, which was from Florence. Therefore, it is strongly suggested that the couple were originally from, or had at least resided in, Italy. Police in Erlangen scoured through thousands of missing person files in Europe, but were unsuccessful in making any matches to the deceased couple. An artist drew up a facial reconstruction of the woman, who wasn't as badly burned as her male companion, and shared the image along with an appeal, stating that anyone with information could claim a reward of 8,000 marks. A witness stated that they had seen the man and woman eating at the Aurach rest area just before midnight on the 30th of April. Unfortunately, nobody came forward with more information to aid in the investigation. Robbery was swiftly ruled out as a motive for the crime, as the couple's jewellery remained in their possession. The woman had a Rolex watch valued at 4,000 marks around her wrist, which appeared to have ceased ticking at 1:40 a.m, likely the time she lost her life. The particular model was not sold in Germany, but was sold by a Swiss company who provided this particular watch in Italy. Authorities contacted many different church offices in Germany and Italy, including the Vatican City, to search marriage records for a couple who wed on the 3rd of April 1981, but the search brought no answers. Months went by, and although tips were called in, the investigation came to a standstill. On the 31st of May 1983, the man and woman were buried in the Westfriedhof in Erlangen-Stoidach. In 2000, evidence from the crime scene were analysed with advanced forensic technology, and the couple's DNA was collected from blood taken from the crime scene. However, the results of the DNA tests were not made public. A reconstruction of the man was created and featured on further appeals. An investigator on the case believes that the mafia were somehow involved in the double murder due to the brutality of the crime and attempt at concealing the victims' identities. The hunt for the killer or killers of Max and Erika Mustermann, as John and Jane Does are called in Germany, remains active. After a television appeal in November 2017, one caller spoke of how her mother had moved to Frankfurt, Germany in the early 1980s to work as a guest assistant. She cared for an infant daughter of an Italian couple, allegedly named Franco and Franca, who bizarrely disappeared. The caller was questioned again on the phone, and the mother of the infant left in her care looked strikingly similar to the reconstruction of the woman found in the forest. With this clue, authorities are optimistic that answers will be found surrounding the identities of the victims, who, as of May 2020, remain nameless.